A lot of controversy has been being discussed relative to a post that I put out on social media pertaining to the percentage of high school varsity baseball players that end up playing college baseball. And that number is approximately 7.98%, a little bit under 8%. And what I would like to do is I would like to kind of raise that number. Let's double that number to 20%. Let's call it anywhere from 10 to 20% of high school varsity baseball players that ultimately end up playing college baseball. That's at the NCAA level, the NAIA level, as well as junior college. And what I want to ask is what is being done for the 80 or 90% of high school or young baseball players across the country that will not ultimately play college baseball? Also, why have there been an abundance of all kinds of college recruiting classes, camps, combines? Where are all these camps and combines going to ultimately get our student athletes? What are parents paying for, and why should they be asked to pay for this? That's the question that should be asked. At the youth levels between the ages of 6 through 14, we need to create more of a culture for the passion, the love, the understanding of the sport itself. From the ages of 14 to 18, yes, a lot of student athletes have hopes and dreams and goals of playing not only in college, but possibly beyond. But at some point, the reality has to become more in focus for parents and not feel that their children are being let down in any capacity. The simple rule of numbers, sheer numbers that are available for college athletes is not the same as at the high school level. And so this must be taken into account when we're being asked as parents to pay for travel baseball, camps and clinics, etc. A more realistic approach to the sport once the student athletes become over the age of 14. We need to discuss this. We need more engagement from former coaches, and former professional players. Also, what is really important for student athletes that are from 12 to 15, call it the middle school ages, is a more realistic understanding as well as realistic expectation of what lies ahead at the high school level. What are the high school coaches' expectations for those student athletes? What are they going to be asked as far as hitters, throwers, pitchers, position players? That needs to be discussed in greater detail. There's far too many baseball academies popping up. There's far too many college combines and college showcases that are for these recruiting services. How can we possibly have so many college recruiting services and combines if we know that less than 50 to 60,000 student athletes across the country are going to play all levels of college baseball? One look at the Division I level, just Division I, there's a little over 12,000 collective student athletes, 300 college teams, approximately 40 roster spots. Of those 40 roster spots, 27 travel. And of those 27 traveling student athletes on a varsity Division I roster, half of those are pitchers. So now we're talking about 300 times approximately 13, or a little under 4,000 student athletes playing baseball at the Division I level. Yet we are being charged tens of thousands of dollars by various companies across the country for recruiting services and scouting combines, being told that the brick road of Division I baseball is you can go to their combines or go to their showcases. It's time to put an end to this insanity that is being all these various camps and all of these various gurus that are putting out this misleading information. It's time to educate. It's time to inform. Stop being overwhelmed. Stop chasing. Start choosing.